Oh, hello. Good morning. This is Heidi with Lazy American Expat channel, along with their other channel, Filipino Antics. Um, for those that are new to the channel, welcome, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for future notifications and other content. I am an American living in the Philippines for the last 4 years, and I am a permanent resident, and I intend to stay in the Philippines. All right, today I'm going to talk about the annual report. Okay, it is due through the Philippine Immigration Service, and when I came here 4 years ago, I came in under a Balibago, which is a free 1 year visa. So an ACR card is not required at that time. Okay, so I'm assuming from talking to others, you just go into a tourist status. And on the side note, go talk to one of the local accredited agencies that are here, and I'll put it in the description. There is two companies that I highly recommend to use their services. If you know, they're fairly inexpensive compared to what it would be in the United States. If it's a lot of confusion, some people can do all their paperwork, and others, they would rather just pay services, and it's easier and quicker sometimes. So, but it is required for everybody except for tourists. So that's how you know it's not you. So after I went into the tourist status, last year they announced the e-services. It allowed me to sign up, gave me a number, and I appeared online. And they said, no, it's not required in the tourist status, although you have an ACR-I card that you're required to have. And I said, okay, so it makes sense. So what do? They charge me for an annual report when I manually went in a month later. And I'm like, I thought I wasn't required that annual report. I don't know. Some of the fees in Angel City are a little off, guys. They always charge the express fee and everything else. So don't know why. I'll see if I can find a screenshot and put it up here. But we did get charged. A lot of people like, oh, no, they didn't. You weren't do it. And I asked again that the local agency, and they're like, no, you weren't do it. I said, but how come it's here on my ticket that I got charged for an annual report and that they went through it? Some people said that they do that to everybody anyways. So I don't know, guys. Just follow what's actually going on. So in saying that, you go online, and here it is. You go into e-services, and you go through and click to the left, and you go into sign up for the annual report. They're going to ask you your information. You put in your date of birth and then your current ACR-I card number. And then once that's in, they'll say, like, because you have to verify it, and then they'll pull up all your information. You set the appointment, and I was able to set it today. So you can get an instant one. Now, the further along it comes in the first 60 days, the appointments did scatter out last year. They had a lot available because it's the first of the year. And then they will send you an email. So accept all of it, go through it. They'll send you an email. In that email, make sure you write down your reference number, have your passport ready, and have your card ready, your ACR-I. They're going to ask you to take still photos of the actual you and your passport holding the ACR card. They're going to ask you when you came in last. Beware, it sounded weird because we left out of Mexico. I knew it wouldn't be considered Mexico. We did arrive in Los Angeles. And I'm like, okay, maybe you're asking about Los Angeles. And then she goes, oh, no, we see another country. We see that you were living or staying in Singapore. And I'm like, oh, okay. No, we stayed there for about 2-3 hours years ago. And that was us entering the Philippines during the pandemic. She goes, yeah, that'd be the last port of entry. So just understand it's not where you left or where you stopped along the way or last residence. They're just trying to clarify it would be the last airport, that you came into the Philippines. So after that, she just asked, had I done any other traveling? And that was it. So it was approved instantly. And the fees are regularly $310 if you're manually at the office. Here's the thing. If you're there, then I guess you can still do it and go to Angel City or Manila or your place. I forgot that there was a 500 peso processing fee. So it was a total of 810. And I'm okay with that because that's still 12 or 13 US dollars. I don't have to manually go in for the sake of, like taking a grab or having George stop where he's working today, or others are disabled, or a lot of factors. The mall is going to be busy. It's after the first of the year. It takes time. They make you wait sometimes a few hours to process this. So it's probably better just to pay the fee. And what it is at that point, she'll tell you to go ahead and pay the fee. I was confused because I asked her, do I pay it with you online? And there was kind of like a break in communication. So I started manually going in and doing it because I thought they were waiting for an approval number for that. So you don't have to worry about that. You just pay it afterwards. So where you pay for that is you go back to e-services, guys. And then you go under, I believe it said notifications. You can see it here. And then you go on forward, and it's going through Pay Maya. And I believe Gcash and the others are available. I do know that we've been using a company named Buy It, and I'll talk about that later about paying the electric bills, which has become a miracle in itself. I thought I was going to cry the other day. But I seen that you can pay for some services from the government out of that, but it was already available. And then it gave me another reference number. So just screenshot it or save it, guys. And then you're all set to go. It's due every year that you stay in the Philippines as a resident. Your SRRBs, your 13As. There's a bunch of them, guys. So you'll know who you are. Also, just remember, on a side note, I know the SRRBs, there's other fees and there's other things you're supposed to do. I just seen something put out about that you guys needed to check in. So every year there is something going on. So just keep up to date. And I also highly recommend that you guys register with the U.S. Embassy or your embassy anyways, and update addresses for things that are going on. There's so much changing in the world, whether it's going to be bad weather. They've got that volcano that's spewing ashes right now, bad weather, just other incidences that are going on when you're traveling outside the United States, or your country. So, guys, be sure to like, share, and subscribe this channel. I'm Heidi with Lazy American Expat in the Philippines. I appreciate your time. Any questions, go ahead and ask, or if anybody else wants to answer those questions too. Thank you for joining me today. Bye.
Move on, gold dust woman. Take your silver spoon and dig your grave.